Hi everyone, welcome back for another video. This is Mary with Mama Bear Nation, and today, as you can see, I'm about to pack away some long-term food storage in Mylar bags. Today I will be packing away this basmati rice I bought at Sam's Club. This 20-pound bag was about, I think it was like $18 for a 20-pound bag of basmati rice. I know it's a little bit on the expensive side for rice, but for my long-term food storage, I want to have different varieties of rice, and this is one of the good ones that I like. Storing your rice in long-term bags like this, the Mylar bags, and if you properly store them away, this food can last for 25 to 30 years, you guys. How awesome is that? This is perfect to fix, store it away. If you see my other video of me packing away my emergency long-term food storage bucket, there's tons of different kind of items you can put in your Mylar bags for long-term food storage. So if you want to know what else you can pack besides rice, head on over to that channel. I will put the information card at the top of this video right here, so you can check that out, or it will be in the description down below. That's a wonderful video, gives you plenty of information and ideas and things you should be thinking about when you're packing away long-term food storage. So what I have here, I have my oxygen absorbers. You will need this. I am using the 300 cc's today. I'm going to put anywhere from 2 to 3 in each bag. It's always good to have overkill, so you can always put more than what is recommended. And I will go through that in the pamphlets right here that was sent to me from Pack Fresh USA. They are a wonderful, wonderful site, packfreshusa.com. And another one is, my discountmylarbags.com. Okay, so I have two different types of Mylar bags here. They're both 7.5 mils and they're both the same size. They're both 2 quarts. The only difference is, so I have two different bags here. One, which I'm almost out. I only have 4 left of this kind. And this kind, it can zip up. So once you open it, like once you have this sealed and you open it in like 20, 30 years or whenever you need it, all you gotta do is tear this little notch, take what you need, and then you can zip close it back to keep the freshness and from it spilling and from bugs getting in there. And also, this one stands up. See? This one does not have those features. It does not stand up, and it does not have no zip closure. So that's the difference between these two. This is called a gazetted. This is called a gazetted bag. This one is just your regular Mylar bag. And make sure you have a mason jar. The mason jar is the best thing to store these in, because once you open these, they will go bad very quickly. So it's important you put them in a mason jar. And what I like to do is I like to put some rice in my mason jar, because it helps take up some room, and it helps absorb the heat, as these every time you open it and you close it, they're going to try to suck up all the air and they get hot, and it can make your jar steamy, and it can make your jar steam up. So I like to have rice in mine, and depending on how many you have to put in your mason jar, depends on how much rice you can probably fit in there. I can fit more rice in this right now, but if I use all these up, I'm going to have to fit all of these in here, and I need the room. So I'm going to leave it like it is. You will need whatever you're packing away. I'm doing the basmati rice. I have plenty of the normal white rice already packed away. I want to have more of a variety, so today I'm going to do the basmati rice. You will need your cup, something to scoop it out with and dump it in your bag. And this is just 1 cup right here, because I'm going to measure it as I go. This is my favorite marker. This is the Sharpie Extreme marker. It's fade resistant. It's very bold. It has a fine tip to it, so it's easy to write on your bag. And you need this because once you put things in here, you need to label it. Actually, I recommend labeling your bags before you put any rice in there whatsoever. So your bag is flat. It's flat and you can write on it a lot easier instead of it being all bulgy and then you're trying to write on there. So we're going to label our bags first. You need your hair straightener iron to seal it up. Also, another thing I want to mention is when you pack your rice and you're done with this, you need some kind of, I don't know if you plan on packing them into emergency food grade storage buckets right away. If not, and you plan on doing more different types of items, like how I showed in my other video with my food grade buckets, and you're just waiting to collect more items to have a good variety in those buckets, I recommend putting these in those huge storage totes, those storage containers up off the ground somewheres, and just store all of your Mylar bags like that until you have enough variety to do some of those until you have enough variety to do those food grade storage buckets. So I'm talking too much. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and write on my bags. I'm going to set up my little workspace here. I'm going to open my big bag of rice, this big bad boy. I'm going to open him up. I'm going to label my bags, get my little setup area, and then we're going to get started. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys what I did real quick. I have my rice opened. I have it propped up on one of those shelf-stable milks so it's not spilling into my lap as I am working. I have my measuring cup, which measures 1 cup because I'm going to count how much I can fit in into each bag, and I'm going to label it up here, however many cups. And I wrote on a few bags to get me started. I wrote what it is, basmati rice, packed on today's date. And you don't have to put the use by date that was on this bag, but that is something I personally like to do because that is the nerd in me, you guys. So like in 30 years, when I do open these up, if I still have them that long, I will know what the use by date is. And it's just for my own little personal experiment, you know. Then also I like to put on here oxygen absorbers for this. I have 300 cc's, so it requires about 1 oxygen absorber for when I'm packing the rice in the size of these bags. But I am going to overkill it. I'm going to add like 2 or 3. So I left that blank. That's just to remind me to do that and to write it down after I put the oxygen absorbers in and seal it up. So that's my own little method. If you're packing away something that requires directions, you can write the directions on there also. I just put the directions on one of these bags. Rice is fairly simple to cook. But if you do have somebody in your group that doesn't know how to cook something, maybe that's something you might want to do. Okay, y'all, so I pulled out my little thing I have to fill my mason jars with. It's very wide, and you can just stick this in your Mylar bag. Also, they're great for Mylar bags because, as you've seen, I had rice going all over the place, and this will help it some. So I'm going to give this a shot and show you how I use these with my Mylar bags. So now this is my other bag. It does not have the bottom that can stand, and it does not have the zip lock right here. Okay, so far I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Mylar bags that are 2 quarts each, and in each bag there's 6 cups, okay? And so far with my 20-pound bag of rice, I have this much left. So I'm able to do a few more bags. Yeah, so let's see, 2, 4, 6 bags, the 2 quart size, and 6 cups in each bag. Does hold a lot of rice, okay? So now my next step, I'm going to work on these to get this out of my way to have more, and so I can store more in this container as I work. I'm going to go ahead and use my oxygen absorbers. I already have some out. You need to have them in your mason jar and ready to go because you don't want them exposed to air for a long time. Okay, I'm about to plug in my hair iron. This is your normal hair straightener iron for your hair. Yes, you can use those on your bags as long as they can reach, right here, as long as they can reach 400 degrees, okay? Okay, so I have my station here set up. I got my hair iron on. It's heating up. I have my handy dandy oxygen absorbers. Can't do this without those. You need this for in order for it to last 25 to 30 years, you guys. And then I opened up my little Ziploc Mylar bags here, the ones that I have left. I had 4 of them left. That way I can I have half of it sealed already. And then y'all, some people like to open this up and throw your oxygen absorbers in each one as they struggle to get the air out, squeeze out the excess air, and iron them up. But those are still sitting wide open in the air. So I know that's one way to do it. I don't feel comfortable doing it that way. That is a good idea. Some people like to do that. I see many people do that. No problem. Whatever floats your boat. Me, personally, I'm going to open and close this jar a million times. That's just what I like to do because I like to take my time, work with the bag, make sure I close it good, squeeze out as much air as I can, and I like to make sure that sucker is ironed shut, okay? These are still good. They're still crumbly and very soft. I think I'm going to put 2 in this bag. I might do some with 2. I might do some with 3. Just because I like to do overkill. I just get away with doing 1 300cc for this rice and size bag. So I'm trying to squeeze out all the air. And with these, it's really easy because it has this Ziploc closure at the top to really help you before you seal it. I love these. They are a little bit more expensive. And when I went ahead and ordered these that don't have the Ziploc bag, the Ziploc top, they were out. So I just ordered those. So this is closed pretty good. Now I'm going to go in with my iron and I'm going to close the very top here. I don't want the iron to touch the Ziploc part. I just want to go right above it, okay? That's sealed pretty good. You know me, I like to overkill everything. Okay, so that's our first one, y'all. And in the pamphlet, I'll show you guys, right here. Let's see, it takes up to 48 hours for all the oxygen to be absorbed, okay? So you might not notice a difference right away. You might not notice it tonight or tomorrow, but it's going to take about 48 hours for all the oxygen to be absorbed, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and iron halfway. So I already have halfway done. Then I can just stick my oxygen absorbers in here, squeeze out the air, and finish sealing it, okay? This one's a little tricky. Okay, so I have half of it sealed. Ooh, that is so hot, you guys. Be careful. And I have enough room right here to stick my oxygen absorber in, squeeze out the air, and seal it. So now I have this one sealed. Okay, so with a 20-pound bag of rice, I was able to make 2, 4, 6, 8 bags. And these bags are the 2-quart size. And in each bag, I have 6 cups of the basmati rice. Hey y'all, I just want to end this video and show you guys what this looks like after 48 hours. Some of them is like really airtight, as you can see. Like this is a nice little brick right here. It's like hard as a brick. All the oxygen absorbed. Okay. And these I used 3. All of these I used 2. This one I used 3, and it's not as tight as these 2. And these did not go down a lot either, but that is okay. I know I did everything right. And remember, do not expect all the bags to have a vacuum-packed look. Oxygen is only 21% air, and 4/5 of the air will remain. So keep that in mind, because not all of them will turn out like this. I guess when I was bending the bag to kind of like squeeze out the air, I just did those a lot better than I was able to do these. So yeah. And you guys, I just burnt my hand because I was making some soup here. And this is the rice I made right here. This is the basmati rice. I put some in a little bowl. I had some homemade chicken soup. I had frozen, so I was microwaving that. When I took it out the microwave, about half of that spilled, and I don't know if you can see it, but right here is all red. Right here is red. So yeah, my hand is like on fire. It's burning. I put some burn cream, but y'all, I just realized that burn cream expired in 2018. So it's helping some, but it's not as strong as it used to be. So I made sure I put some more burn cream on my grocery list, because this is just like, I feel like I'm gonna have a big blister right here. It hurts really bad. So this is my rice. Let me see if I can show y'all here. But I'm going to add it into my soup here. Man, y'all, I can't believe I wasted all that soup. And I spilled the part with all the good chicken and more carrots and juice in it. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of this in here to try to make it more of a fuller meal. So I'm about to sit down, eat this, and just sit in pain with my hand. This feels scalding hot, but I just wanted to show you guys that so I can end the video, edit everything, and put this out for you guys. So, yep. Y'all, this soup is so good too, and I just like wasted half of it. But I store them in small containers in my freezer, so whenever we want some, we can just pull out a single like serving size, a nice good whole cup, or maybe cup and a half in these small little square containers. And that was just so hot coming out the microwave, and it spilt all over me. But yeah, so alright, I'm just gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe and stick around for more videos, and I appreciate all of you watching. Take care. This is from Pack Fresh USA. This is a little chart. Absorption required for common foods. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but right here it says pinto beans, red beans, rice, and sugar. So right now we're doing rice, and that would be 35% air. So 1 quart would be 100 cc's. These bags are 2 quarts, so that would make it 200 cc's. Alright, and I have 300 cc's on me, and I always like to do overkill. I like to add more than what is necessary. So I'm going to add anywhere from 2 to 3 of my 300 cc's in here. This gives you really good information. If you want to look at this, I will quickly go through this. If you need a moment to read anything on here, feel free to pause the video and you can take a better look at it. It's just very useful information that everybody should know when you're doing this. Also, something I will point out, just like in my last video when I was doing these, I'll read it to you right here. Do not expect all the bags to have a vacuum-packed look. Oxygen is only 21% of air, and 4/5 of the air will remain. Yes, you usually will notice the volume decrease, but products with high interstitial air volume will often not get this look, even though the process has indeed worked. Okay, I really wanted to point that out. Look at that, take a screenshot if you want, but remember that, okay? It's very important. Here's the back of this with some tips. Y'all, I love this little pamphlet. I have me a storage container I use to hold all of my Mylar bags in there, all of my oxygen absorbers, and I keep these little information pamphlets right here. Look, this one came from Pack Fresh USA. And this is the front of the pamphlet. So I just want to show y'all that. If you want to pause it and read it. I love this. Okay, so I hope y'all was able to pause that and read it. And I hope that helps y'all out. This is the other pamphlet right here. I guess this is like the newer one because this is the one I had gotten with my last order. Let me see if I can get it for you guys. It pretty much says the same exact thing, but the pamphlet's different. It might include a few more paragraphs of information. I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I've read it. So they're talking about the 5-gallon buckets here. Look, they gave you the directions for the smaller bags. Just like how I told y'all, place the bags in a rigid bucket or box to prop them upright as you're working and filling them up. Fill the bags carefully, leaving plenty of room to heat seal them. 4 to 5 inches. It is best to fill all your bags before proceeding to step 4. Step 4 is open the OAPs and place one in each bag with the food. Push as much air from the bag as possible and heat seal the bags using one of these 4 methods: an impulse sealer, a household iron set on the hottest setting with steam off, a hair straightening iron. Some cordless models may not get hot enough. A vacuum sealer machine set to seal. You can turn off the vacuum. Y'all, my mom, she has a vacuum sealer machine. I might try this one day with that, but the only thing is I want a bigger seal. With those machines, it's just like a tiny little strip of it being heat sealed. With my iron, I get a lot more protection, and I just feel safer doing it with my iron because, well, with the Ziploc bags, you can only iron it up here, but with these bags, you can iron it however much you feel safe with. Like, at least this is a couple inches right here, and I feel good about that.